one of my largest troubles was not being able to sound out words. If I hadn't seen a word before, I couldn't figure it out. When I'm reading, I skip over words, or I'll look at it quickly, because I think what it is, especially with me, when I was reading, and even now, I guess we all do this, we use memory, and when we see a word, we just remember what it looks like. And so if you see a small word like is, or one, or it, then if you just look at it quickly, you might think it's another word. Like it might be confused with is, or one with who, or once. And so that sometimes why I have some trouble. And I had always had trouble with tests because I never really had enough time and couldn't really do all of it. I have a really hard time with note taking still. Like when someone's lecturing, I still can't keep up with that stuff. I don't know what will happen when I go to college. I still feel like I need extended time and stuff. I don't know exactly what will happen with that, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because you don't necessarily sound out the word, and you don't actually look at the letters, but you see like the shape of the word. And so if words look kind of similar physically, then you won't really differentiate them if you look at them quickly. And so sometimes when you're reading, it doesn't make any sense, and then you have to go back and see that you've changed a word or two. I still think that there are things that it's really made harder for me, especially when I was taking the SATs last year. There were certain things in the verbal section that I just couldn't really study for because I didn't have I couldn't really memorize vocabulary words. And so in that area, I pretty much had to work with logic and with what words I did know. And even now, I feel a lot of my vocabulary is limited because of that. And the time it takes me to do work, I think especially with my course selection that I've taken, I've sometimes felt limited because of that. With a lot of humanities courses, if they're too strenuous, if they're huge amounts of reading each night, I don't think I can keep up with that. So I think I've kind of limited myself in that area, which I wish I could have not done.